Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing swell. Hope you're doing phantasmic. Whatever. Today we're going to talk with Kyra because she just dropped a video where she's throwing Oscar under the bus, and not even pretending that it's insane. It is insanity what this woman puts out on the internet, and it is so much fun to snark on forehead. I mean, Kyra. It's just fun, you know? So snarking on Kyra is a good way to end the old week. So let's get to it. So, I don't know if you knew this, but recently Oscar found himself his next love of his life. And he seems to be pretty happy. This girl seems to be doing all the things that Kyra would never do, and going on all the boats and trying all the things that Kyra could never do. Because you can't really, water ski unless she uses her forehead. Just say it. She never did all these things, and she's like, just do your own stuff. And he's like, don't get cats. And she went and got cats and stuff like that. And she was always about herself. And it's crazy that we can look back on all this stuff and see what she did. And that Oscar was just basically a punching bag the whole time. He took a backseat to everything she always wanted to do, right? He did his stuff that he wanted to, don't get me wrong, but not with her. He just went off and did it himself because no one else would do it with him. So now he's found this girl who has a child herself and is willing to do these things. And man, did the Reddit snark forum explode. Because I've seen this, obviously I'm blind reacting, but apparently she's like talking about his girlfriend and her kid and all this crazy stuff in here. Like, she's talking about co-parenting. And Kyra is a pretty crappy person in general, right? Let's not forget that she literally threw her family away, like her structure of all the things that her kids held dear, because she wanted to go find herself in Preston's folds. Do you know what I mean? In his taint. Choda. And she lied about it to everybody. She's like, I hope you get a boy. I hope you get a girlfriend, because she was feeling guilty about it all. Even though she doesn't really care, she's a human. She has guilt. And all this time she's been feeling guilty. So Oscar finally gets himself a girlfriend, and then she starts posting and tagging about her and befriending her and following her. I can only imagine, okay, Oscar's new girlfriend. I don't even think Oscar would have thrown her under the bus and said, hey, watch out for Max. She's crazy, right? But now she's probably done research on Kyra. She probably watches my videos. Hello, whatever your name is, right? She probably goes on the Reddit thread and reads it all. I just want you to know, Oscar's a great guy, and I hope you're great and happy. But beware, because Kyra is crazy, all right? Just protect yourself, journal everything, document everything is all I'm saying. Because this woman is unhinged. Imagine throwing everything away that you have, and it's just not even she wasn't in an abusive relationship. Oscar wasn't abusive. It was nothing like that. She was just bored. And then her nanny's husband comes along, and she wants him instead. Just imagine that scenario without the cheating allegations, without any of that stuff. Just that right there. That's the most garbage thing you could do to somebody else. And it broke his heart, and it took him a long time to bounce back, right? Kyra was already with Preston when she broke up with Oscar. Let's be real. There's no qualms about it. We all know the truth, okay? Oscar took a year and a half to go find himself, to hurt, to heal, and then bounce back with a new career and everything else, while Kyra's over here trying to make a social media income with 100,000 views a month, and they're all hate views. It's just crazy. So that's why we snark on her, because she's just gross. So let's continue, shall we?
Can't do it in the morning because I'm going to the kids' school. I'm helping teach a class.
Stop. Story. Say that again. You're helping teach a class on what? On what? And to what age group? Are you serious? Does the teacher know who you are? Does she ever heard you read? Or has she ever heard you spell something? What do you mean going to teach something? Are you sure?
At the school. So that will be interesting.
What are you teaching? I want to know what you're teaching.
Tomorrow I'm getting the supplies for it and the plan and just all these things about it.
No. Tell me what you're teaching, and then I'll let you know if it's a good idea. I'll tell you now, it's not a good idea, though, no matter what it is, okay? But what could you possibly, did they do this? They bring parents in to teach, are you teaching social media or something? How to do video? Because you're not good at that either. What? could you be possibly teaching children? And do teachers not vet the type of person that's coming? Like, do the teachers know that you literally advertise vibrators and sex toys next to photos of your children on Instagram? Do they know that you like go to Vegas and do threesomes? Like, do they know that you like talk about sex all the time? Do they know this? And they're like, yeah, come on in. It sounds good to me.
I think it's kind of cool that they let parents do it.
I disagree.
So I definitely volunteered because I was like, I don't know if you guys remember, but last year, I volunteered in Alea's class 3 days a week, and I loved it. I always wanted to be a teacher, but then I didn't graduate high school, and then I had kids and all the things, you know. One day maybe, but anyways. So I love volunteering when I can. Once the kids are not in kindergarten, they don't have as many opportunities, so...
You're teaching something to kindergartners. Like what? How to make coffee? You suck at that too.
Get to teach a class about like the job that you have, and
there it is. Is she literally gonna go talk to kindergartens and be like, guys, here's my job. Okay, so what I do, hear me out. It sounds like it's really, really easy, but it's not. So I just want to say that before we start, okay? It's not easy what I do, okay? My life is so hard first. Okay, so that tear. Okay, so here's what I do. I wake up with a camera and I look like a bag of smashed apples. Okay? And then I continue my day looking like a bag of smashed apples. And then I film like maybe making a lunch or some disgusting food or whatever. And then I make a huge coffee, right? I throw shade at my haters a little bit here and there. You know, I throw shade at my ex. Because you got to do that, you know what I mean? And like, I buy a new car like every 3 months. I travel at least twice a month out of state for things. I can't tell you, you're not grown up enough. But so then I film all that, right? And I compile it. And how many, and can anybody tell me how long they think a video should be? And they're like, well, that sounds like it's about 30 minutes. You're like, well, it's about 6 minutes. I put a video together. It's 6 minutes. Out of all that filming, it's about 6 minutes. Because I'm lazy. And so that's what I do. And I used to get paid millions of dollars for it, but now I don't make so much, but it's my living. So let me get this straight, Mrs. Forehead. You film your life. Can you imagine? What, are you serious right now? I would be so embarrassed if I was her child.
Financials, which I think is really interesting.
Wait, you're teaching financials?
Because I didn't learn that
in kindergarten? Okay, here's how we do financials. Financials, I'm still wearing diapers.
Ever in school, and like now they're teaching that starting in first grade, which I'm all for, but it's just kind of crazy. Like, okay.
No. Did you just say you're going in to teach financials to children? You get your nails done every week and your hair done every 3 days. You literally travel all over the world. You pay for Preston's lifestyle. You buy vehicles all the time, cats and dogs that you don't even take care of. You spend money on just trash all the time, and you're going to go teach financials to kindergartners? Sounds good. Sounds like a plan to me. I'm in.
Well, we kind of went from like not at all to the first grade. That's a lot. Just maybe high school is a good start, but the more the better.
Mackenzie's like, did you end up getting your GED or did you graduate? It's like, that's some low-level shade right there.
So anyways, I have that.
Anyways.
So I can't edit in the morning like I was originally kind of thinking I was going to do. Mm-hmm. And I have to film a second part of it. So... Anyways, yeah, I'm just kind of figuring it out.
Anyways, she has the worst spelling I've ever seen in an adult, and she said she reads. Like, I may not be the best speller ever, but I can spell things generally, okay? But she's about to tell you she helped her son with a spelling bee, and she can't spell anything. She says, like, instead of spelling lose, she spells it loose. She can't spell anything properly.
And he was getting, like, 90s, 80s, 90s, like, doing really well, and then he didn't do it for a week, and like he didn't practice for a week, and he got a 25%. So I mean,
it's probably because you worked with him.
I mean, it's first grade, it's not that serious, but at the same time, I kind of hate that saying of like, well, they're in first grade. It's like, I do understand that, and pushing them and all of that shouldn't be so serious, but first and second grade is where you're learning so much.
Well, looks like you didn't pass first or second grade.
So I don't think it's fair to say, oh, it's just first grade. Like, if you don't pay attention in first and second grade, or if you don't try to help your kids as much as you can in first and second grade, you're going to have to help them a lot more after that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and those kids with your help, will be dumber.
Doing myself. So anyways, you guys know I was in the process of hiring an assistant. She actually starts next week.
Wait. What? Hiring an assistant for what? What do you do, Kyra? Like, are you saying a nanny? Like, an assistant for what? You don't do anything, man. Even your videos once a week, if you're lucky. And it's like 6.5 minutes long. What do you need an assistant for? Don't waste your money. You're an idiot.
I'm so excited.
Who would work for her?
But I'm like, okay, they have this job that I can't even think.
Holy cow, that's true.
No, because Lucy is behind me chewing something, and you guys, if you get it, you get it. Like the chewing and the mouth noises, it's so...
No, I want you to finish your sentence. This job thing you're talking about.
Lucy!
Why are you so angry?
She's in the litter box. I realized right as I was saying that, what...
Is she eating cat poo?
Is she eating over there?
Yucky.
Let me check something. Oh.
What are you wearing? What are you wearing, man? Jeez.
Great. Hold on.
It's these things. Okay, I don't know. Again, I'm not a fashion guru, but you put that on and you're like, this looks good. You look dumb. Okay, you look. No. Clown? People pay her to be in this live.
How cute is this? You guys don't know how often I wear this. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Just says that's ugly. Maybe it's just anything she wears is ugly. Is that...
especially having like nannies and stuff, I know this is different, but I hated when they would like try it out, you know, because then it's like, okay, my kids get used to you, and it's a big transition for kids to go to like preschool anyways, so I don't know, but doesn't that sound so dreamy, you guys?
Kyra, please listen to me. It's not about dreamy. You can't spell, man, so no. It sounds dreamy because you think you can do it. You can't do it, man. You can't even read. Dude, stop it!
It's like, that is so what I just want. And I really want to start a preschool, and I've like started doing that process, but...
Oh, great.
That's something that I'm still kind of deciding the path that I want to take with that. Just like preschool versus daycare.
She's not going to do that.
And all that. So this is something I could do in the time being of doing that.
No. You can't spell.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. You don't know. I dare you to try and get that job. Dare you. You show up for the interview with this onesie on. I'm here for the interview for the job. Again, I'm looking at your resume here, and it says you've never had a job. You're like 30, right? So what the heck are your experiences? Like, I don't see anything here. We can't do anything with making thumbnails for YouTube. That's not something we do here. It says here you got a cat without asking your husband's permission. We don't do that either. It says here that you were in Vegas. Why would you put that there? That's not, you shouldn't have put that there. That's not something we need for this job. So I'm just gonna have to go ahead. We'll be in touch. People are like, love your outfit. Really? Do you though? Or are you just saying that? Girls are like that, right? They're like, I love your stuff, and you're like, hey, are you sure?
But the job that I already have is so like, it's a lot. Like, I love it. Again, it's
not a lot. You don't do a lot. You don't, like, I can understand if you're daily posting a video. Okay, I could be like, well, that's a lot of work. You post one maybe every 2 weeks sometimes. It's not a lot. You don't do anything, man. And then you're just filming the things you're actually just doing anyway. It's not hard.
I'm not complaining, but I'm already overcommitted and working till all hours of the night and stuff. That I just can't imagine adding that to my plate without adding a lot more stress in the house, and I just, like, that wouldn't be fair for anybody, so that I could have a getaway for like 2 or 3 hours, you know? I don't know. I do think that it'd be a great situation.
This girl does not know anything about the real world. If she ever entered into the real world or had to, she would be dying to get back to this life that she leads. Okay, this is a life that she leads, that like filming the things that you were already doing, like making her coffee, making dinner, going to the store, going to Starbucks, whatever. You're already doing these things. You're just doing it with a camera, and she thinks that's extra work. It's crap. I'm screwed.
Maybe farther down the road. But for right now, the situation that is the situation, I don't think it's realistic for me. But I would have loved, like, I still dream about it.
Get on with the subject. People pay money, actual money to be in this chat. They give her money. You guys are lonely losers, okay?
Let me go get my charger really quick, you guys, because
oh my gosh, she just left the video for like 10 minutes.
I already see this question coming up a lot, so I'm just gonna nip it in the butt because I've also seen it.
Nip it in the butt? And you wonder why you can't get a job at education? It's nip it in the bud. Okay, get wrecked.
This in my messages. When it comes to their dad having a new girlfriend and like the
Here we go.
They have been dating for what I believe a while. I haven't known about it for the longest time, but I have known about it for.
Interesting that you haven't known about it for a while. That's interesting, actually.
Since before it was like announced. So to me, what is important is obviously that she is good to the kids, that the kids like her, and I have seen that dynamic very little, but also enough to see that the kids get excited to see her. They talk about her in a very positive way.
And she hates that. You know Kyra hates that. Boiling with rage and anger. You know so.
She doesn't seem to be doing the disciplining, which would be my hard no.
What? She's upset right now. You guys can all feel this, right? Like she's like, hard no on that. What are you gonna do about it? You literally let your kids sleep with a strange man in your disgusting bed that's full of weird stuff. Okay, you guys do fart kink. All right, I don't want to hear anything from you on this side. Okay, I hope Oscar watched this and was like, what? That's a hard no. Okay, relax, fart sniffer, relax. You have no way, you cannot speak on this, okay? You don't get to, here's the thing, Kyra still thinks she's in charge. I think once Oscar starts getting into a real relationship, and I hope that's this case, I hope that girl really helps him along to break free of the curse of Kyra, okay? And know that he can do what he wants to do on his time, right? Raise his kids the way he wants to raise his kids. I feel like she low-level alienates her kids from Oscar. Like, does parental alienation. Like, I wouldn't put it past her. Okay, so spare me, okay? Vegas threesome, spare me.
I don't even let my man do disciplining.
I let my man sleep with my kids in the same bed that we do kink stuff in.
Together for...
Like, just cuffs and stuff. I have a drawer full of sex toys, you know, but that's where I draw a line.
I don't even know how long now.
Whoa, what?
Which would be my... hard no. I don't even let my man do disciplining, and we've been together for I don't even know how long now.
She was about to say something and she's like, I don't even remember when we were together. You don't remember when you got together with this guy? This guy that was your nanny's ex-husband? You don't remember? It's so awkward that you don't remember. Let me tell you, it was about 8 months before you broke up with Oscar. Does that refresh your memory? Yeah? Cool. When you were going to find yourself and you didn't tell anybody you were dating him like the same time you said you weren't? Oh, yeah? Is it ringing a bell now? Okay, good. Just glad to help. Oh my gosh.
A while. A long enough time to where he definitely could have more of a say. I grew up in a household where my mom was constantly having new boyfriends.
You think that Preston doesn't have a say, doesn't tell the kids what to do or any? You're lying.
And letting them parent, and that led to a lot of trauma, a lot of things I'm still recovering from, and a lot of resentment. And so
resentment, eh? You don't think your kids are going to resent you for what you've done, provably what you've done on the internet that we can all just see? You don't think your kids are going to resent you, Kyra? You got a tough road ahead of you when your kids start turning 11, 12, 13, getting to teenage years, starting to realize who you really were and what you did and all the things you did to their dad. You know, you got a tough road ahead of you, Kyra. I think you're going to have a rough go. And you deserve it.
Although I don't think that a co-parent shouldn't be able to parent at all, what? I'm very particular about it. And I'm the parent of my kids, and Oscar is the parent of our kids, not Preston and not Addie. So as much...
I can't believe she was saying this girl's name. Her whole demeanor changed. She's like, then she went, not her, not him. Like, she's basically saying this to Addie right now, right? That's what she's saying. She's warning Addie in this video to not, she got her demeanor this is what happens. Kyra like lays down the law. This is laying down the law, Kyra, and she's like, this is what she's good at. Not in a good way, but like this is how Oscar was just a pushover the whole time. This is who's pushing him over. Oh my gosh, Kyra, are you out of your mind?
They're involved in the household and their opinion matters. I don't think any of them should be doing parenting, and I have no problem making that clear. However, like...
Okay, shut up. You don't get to say anything, Kyra. You threw your family under the bus. If you wanted to be co-parent and tell Oscar to parent, maybe you should have stayed instead of strange tainting it out in the wilderness, okay? Too bad. If Oscar decides that he wants Addie to help parent his children when they're there, you don't get a say in that. Sorry. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? That's just the way it is. You did this. You don't get to have your cake and eat it too, Kyra.
I said what's important is they get along. That seems to be the case. It doesn't seem like she's somebody to cross boundaries like that, and I'm very grateful for that. So, we're not... There's no hard feelings there.
Okay. There was hard feelings on Oscar's side, but no hard feelings here. No, they don't have any feelings for you anymore. I hope he forgets about you. He's like, Kyra, who? Oh yeah, that one. Forgot about her.
Said a million times. I really like what I do know about her. I think she's gorgeous and very kind. So let's just nip that in the butt so we can...
Bud! Nip it in the bud!
Leave that alone, because I knew that question was going to be asked, and I don't want to make it the whole topic of this.
No, let's make it the whole topic of you applying for a job you're not going to get, though. That's important.
Because that's not what this is for. So...
What is it for? It's literally what Wine Wednesday is for. To talk about these subjects. That's what people pay you to talk about. So, but you'd rather talk about garbage and onesies that you... How do you poop in that thing?
Oh my gosh, you guys, I just went upstairs to get the charger.
Oh my gosh, guys.
One of those nights with the kids, like, when they're overtired, just tell. So then they are not as tired, they have a harder time falling asleep. And I felt bad because I was late for doing the live. It's like we did homework, and then it's like...
Someone said, glad you addressed it early so we can focus on the main topic. What's the main topic?
Like, okay, now go to bed. And it's kind of like, whoa. I mean, they already had jammies on dinner and brushed teeth and all that, but just a little bit faster paced than normal. And yeah, I don't know. I just always feel guilty. The mom guilt.
Mm-hmm. What is the main topic then, if that wasn't it? I thought the main topic was co-parenting. That was part of the co-parenting main topic, was it not?
If you guys want to send if you co-parent, if your experience on it, your tips and tricks.
Is she really about to give us a co-parenting lesson?
Tricks, advice.
Bring it on!
Advice, comment that here. Again, I'm waiting for my iPad to charge, and then I can look at the actual ones submitted when I did the thing on Monday, because I got so many good ones. And I do want to share because it is so freaking hard, but I think it's something we can all relate on.
No, we can't all relate on. You know how most of us can't relate on this? Because we have our marriages intact. Because we decided that we didn't need strange taint. That we love our children more than we love ourselves. I know it sounds like weird because the whole world is like, hey, love yourself more. It's self-care. It's all you, mama. Yes, queen, slay. And it's all about yourself. If you have children, and you know this to be true if you are a good parent, that's over. You come second. That's just the way it goes. Sorry. But this is what she's like, I think we can all relate with co-parenting. No, we can't all relate to co-parenting. Because that's not the best way to parent. Sorry. Best way to parent, two loving parents. That's the best way to parent.
Normal.
And you had that, but you threw it away for taint sits.
It's hard. It's not. It'd be probably problematic if it was easy to just hand over your kids,
I mean, hand over you. It's his kids too, right? Can we... What? She's so possessive. And Oscar, she seems to be putting Oscar in this position of like he's secondary. And maybe Oscar put himself in that position. But she... Oh my, please get a lawyer, Oscar. Please, for the love of Pete. Please keep drinking the thing.
Oh my God.
You are so annoying, Kyra. I can't stand you.
I made a mocktail today. Well, okay. I realized when I was telling fiance this.
Fiance?
That I guess that's the wrong way to explain it because they're very viral on at least the side of TikTok.
You know what's very viral? Whatever's on your nose. That's very viral.
On right now. But it's not really a mocktail because when I think of a mocktail, it's like when you want to drink but you can't drink because either you're pregnant or you're like not drinking, so you have a mocktail. This wasn't that. This was like one of those like health drinks. So it was like a very pretty.
So it's not a mocktail at all. Understood.
Aesthetic, healthy.
What?
Cocktails, but it didn't have alcohol. So it was like apple cider vinegar. I know. Sparkling water, lime, fruit. It was so.
That sounds gross, but I think they're trying to get the fart thing going. Right, so drink this so we can get some farts tonight.
Interesting.
I have a recipe if you're looking for farts, Kyra. Okay, it's the farty meatball recipe. I've done a video on it before. You can go look it up if you want, but here's the recipe. You want farty meatballs? It's like my favorite meal, and nobody eats in this house, so I just make it for myself. I'm gonna make it this week. Okay, you get yourself ground beef, medium ground beef. Okay, you crush up Doritos. You put it in that ground beef. A couple eggs, throw in the ground beef. Some what do you call it? Breadcrumbs. Throw that in the beef. All right, and then you get a pack of onion soup mix. You throw that in the beef. Squish it up nice. Make nice meatballs. I'm talking, boom, eyeball sized. Fry those up. Get them ready. Throw them in a slow cooker. But before you throw them in a slow cooker, here's what you do. You get 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. Pop that right in the slow cooker, okay? Another packet of onion soup mix, okay? Then a brick of Philadelphia cream cheese. I know, you people are like, ugh, I'm telling you. Okay, you mix that up, throw your meatballs in it, let it cook for like 7 hours on low and slow, okay? And you make up your egg noodles. Yeah, egg noodles, you heard me. Or whatever kind of noodles you prefer. Slop those things on the noodles. I'm telling you, okay? I'm telling you. It is delicious. But the farts, and they're not stinky. That's the best part about it. Maybe a little bit, but not really. They're just the airy, beefy ass. When you fart, it's like your body shakes. You're like, holy cow! I don't know how to explain it. I need you guys to make it and try it. People who have made my recipe have said that their husbands love it. It's called farty meatballs because I think it's the onion soup mix. I don't know what the cheese or whatever is a mixture of all that stuff. Dang, yo. Okay, just try it. Kyra, if you're looking for your fart stuff, there you go. You're welcome. No charge.
Tasting. Like, it was actually pretty good for what it was. And I drank it because I just went out. I don't.
The best thing we ever did for our co-parentship is set up boundaries right off the bat. Right off the bat. She told me she was not comfortable, and I was always, shut up.
I feel healthy lately. I don't really know. I don't think anything's going on with me.
You don't look healthy. You look bloated.
I eat like shit, and I haven't gone this long eating so bad. Like, usually I break it up and go on like health kicks. I've been eating so bad for so long now.
We can tell.
So I'm trying to get slowly back on it.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'll never be a healthy eater altogether. That's just not me. I'm not into it.
Or somebody who can spell.
I enjoy food. I enjoy overindulging.
That's an understatement of the century. Are you serious right now?
Eating salty food, sugary foods, all of it. But I definitely need to have more kicks every once in a while. So I did that today, and I highly recommend it.
So you're going to do it one day? Cool. Enjoy your health. It's like, what's that meme? It's like, eat one carrot, and he's like, I'm a healthy guy.
I actually filmed it, but I don't know if I'm going to upload it because I kind of feel like it was a mess.
Because it was terrible?
Crazy.
Fiance was in it.
I don't even know if I'm going to be able to hear myself talk, so we'll see. Maybe I'll post it for you guys.
Okay.
The best thing we ever did for our co-parent.
Shut up.
But for the most part, like, I don't mind, and I actually prefer to do them because I feel like I'm quicker, And so, anyways, the things I don't like. Putting away laundry, kick rocks. No, thank you. And so he does that, and that's been, like, life-changing and so helpful. He'll wash them, but I do try to wash them so that it's just, like, less of a step for him.
So you do the easy part? Nice. That's what I do. Like, I do a lot around my house, don't get me wrong. Okay, my wife and I, since she started working full-time as a nurse, of course I've taken on more of a role in the house, but I wash and dry. She has to fold and put away. Because I hate putting away too. I agree with Kyra on that one. But I also cut all the grass. I wash the vehicles. I I actually enjoy now. We have this sweet new dishwasher in our new house, and it's got this little tiny tray at the top. This dishwasher is dope. I hated our dishwasher at the other house, and I hated loading it. This one is nice, and I actually enjoy loading. So here's my morning routine. I don't know why I'm getting into this. I might do a video on my morning routine. You guys might like it. So I recently just got a record player, and I got all these really old jazz records from my father-in-law. He's got like thousands and thousands of records. So I could take anything I want. He's got Beatles. I've got Queen, Michael Jackson. Everly got the Barbie record. It's really, really cute. It's really nice. She loves it. And I love listening to swing or jazz from like 50s and 60s. So I throw on one of the jazz records in the morning. It's got that old classic jazz. And I do my morning stuff. I get the kids ready. I get the breakfast ready. Try to do a hot breakfast, get their lunch ready. In the meantime, I'm like loading. I feel like $1,000,000 when I get things done in the morning. So that's my morning routine. I love it. That jazz music just gets me going. I feel like it's like the old way. Like I feel like it's like I grew up in the 50s. I don't know. It's weird. I love it. Try it. Try just listening to jazz in the morning.
And then he also does dishes like 99% of the time. I don't mind dishes, but I really hate like wet. Does that make sense?
No, you're dumb.
Thank you, Ariel. Does that make sense, guys? You know when you get like your hands wet when you're doing dishes? It's kind of a pet peeve of mine.
So wear gloves then, wiener. Why is she getting wet but likes getting farted on? That's weird to me.
And I'll do them. It drives me more nuts to see a sink full of dishes. So if that's the case, I just put them away. Like I just do them. But
right.
You have to hope so badly that you can trust your other's choice.
Add to my last piece, you have to hope so badly you can trust other chooses people that are good for your kids. It's so hard to let go. Look, this is her tribe, so this is like Kyra understands what she wrote. I don't, because Kyra speaks dumb.
Your other choices people. Or your
It's like like smoke get under her ear. I don't know what you said, man.
Okay, sorry. You have to hope so badly you can trust your other chooses people that are good for your kids. It's hard
it just needs a comma. I see.
to let that go, though.
I get it.
Yeah, I definitely can relate to that. Like, I feel like when it comes to the person that he would choose, I've always trusted that person would be a good person because he's not like a crazy person. I don't know, like, I feel like I just would never imagine him being with somebody who's like...
Don't talk about Oscar and who he could be with, okay? You lost that privilege. How, like, the audacity of this forehead.
Not good with kids or, like, bitchy or any of those things. So that hasn't always necessarily been my concern, but I definitely can relate to just trusting your other, period. That part can be really hard to be able to do. And, like...
Is she literally saying right now that she doesn't trust Oscar? Is that what she's saying right now? Spare me. Okay, you do the life of debauchery, not Oscar. So if anybody trusts anybody, we'd trust Oscar. Nobody trusts you, Kyra. The things that you're into, the weird selfishness and all that stuff, that's not conducive to good motherhood. So, the only thing you could say about Kyra is the audacity of her to say these things while we know the other things. It's like... I think she's a pathological liar and she believes what she's saying. That's the only way any of this really makes sense. Like, she doesn't see the hypocrisy. Nobody can... Who... Really? So you need to have an intervention.
I kind of talked about in my Q&A, like, it has nothing to even to do with them personally, but just in general, like, handing your kids off and being like, hey... And, like...
Are you serious? You did this, Kyra. You're the one who turned your family off. You're the one who threw it all away. And now you're all upset that you have to hand over your kids to their father? Like, hey, you did this. This is all you. Again, the audacity.
The random thoughts will eat me alive. Like, I'll be sitting there over the weekend and just thinking, like, where are they right now? What if one of them is, like, walking slower than the other and... You know, he doesn't notice that they're not all together. Oh, just like horrible.
What? Holy crap, you're terrible at this thing.
Things.
What if one's walking slower? That's totally get it.
I know I'm so weird, but I love dishes. Oh yeah, you're crazy. I wish I loved dishes. Switching them, one of my favorite noises ever is a washing machine and a dryer going. Like, if I could...
And this.
that on my living room TV as ASMR.
See what I did there? Farts. Cool.
Yes, ma'am.
It doesn't seem fair when one parent has the kids so little that they can just go have fun, but you have to do real life the majority of the time. Well, then make an agreement that they split the time. Like, split the time then. Sorry.
It doesn't seem fair when one parent has the kids so little that they can just go have fun, but you have to do real life the majority of the time. Yeah, I definitely understand that.
Kyra, stop. You're the one. I honestly think that this is what's happening, and I'm so scared for Oscar for doing this. He needs to get his 50% back. You got to stop, because you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose it. And she's right. She's like, well, I don't see any, but you wanted this, Kyra. This is exactly what you wanted. So I hope she doesn't be like, I totally get it. No. This is exactly what you wanted.
I think that everybody's situation is so different, and you never know what's going on in the other person's mind or truly just their situation, like when it comes to your partner. So you just have to do the best that you can with what you're given, and if that means that you have to do all the real hard shit,
you deserve all the hard stuff because you did this, not Oscar,
and all of the real life stuff, and they get to do the fun, then so be it. And how awesome of you that you can handle that. That you are strong.
I'm so awesome.
To do that. And not only strong enough to do that, but you choose to do it. And that's what you would choose, right? And that says something about you.
So what she's saying right now is that she chose this. She wants the kids full time. If she had her way, she would literally eliminate Oscar from their lives. I know that sounds like a harsh statement. She absolutely would. She would move on with Preston because she's so enamored with this new thing, and she wants her kids to forget all about Oscar and all that. And this is the new life. I know that sounds really weird, but I honestly believe that that's what she would. If she could take that, she would take that. I kid you not. She is so. Again, I think she's a pathological liar. She doesn't understand all the things she says or all the pathological craziness that goes on. That she honestly believes she's a good person. I kid you not.
And the parents, whether it be the mom or the dad, that says something about the parent that you are. And your kids will notice that one day, I have to these struggles that I have, which, again, I do want to mention, my co-parenting relationship is mostly healthy, and thank goodness.
Mostly healthy on that side, not your side.
But there are little frustrations that I have. I'm sure he does too.
Mostly on his side, probably.
That's just the way it works, obviously. And I just have to kind of constantly tell myself, this is the situation. I'm doing the best that I can. And all I can control is what goes on at my house. And, be grateful for the other things. Just look at it as a whole rather than just the frustration.
Nothing you say makes sense. It's time for a song. Kyra, nothing you say makes any sense. Kyra, you can't spell words. Here you are, you wanna get a job teaching kids, but you're dumb. Kyra, nothing you say makes sense. Yeah. It's been a long time since I did a live. I should do a live. Now that the mosquitoes are gone, I can do firesides again. So let's do that for fall. Let's do it.
Sometimes.
I hear a kid crying.
That movie I can hear got loud again. I don't know why. Why do we not live in a time where movies can be made all at the same volume level?
Let's turn it down then. Weirdo.
Because even YouTube videos, as I'm not even an editor, but editing YouTube videos, I try to make sure all my volume.
Your volume sucks because whenever she puts music on, I'm like, it's 14 times too loud. Are you serious right now, Kyra? You're about to say that you don't do that? Go watch any of Kyra's videos.
Music or not is all the same.
Nope. Nope.
I will say one comment about this. You have to do the real life shit, and they get to do the fun shit.
Mm-hmm. You picked this world, so enjoy the bed that you made.
Make it known that that's not okay.
That what's not okay? That they get to have fun with their dad? Make it known? It's not okay that they have fun with you. Okay. Why?
What?
You want me to not have fun with my children? Explain.
Like, you know, I think one thing I've had to remind myself of, especially in my situation, is it's okay for me to put my foot down and be like,
don't have fun.
Also, no.
No what? No to what?
You don't just get to be the fun one.
Sure you do. If he's the fun one and that's what he wants to do and plan events for his kids and be the fun one. What do you mean you don't just get, then why don't you be fun? What kind of statement is this? No, if he's the fun one, then that sucks to be you. Be more fun then. That means he's a better parent. Obviously, I want to be with him because he's more fun, because he plans things with his children. Are you serious? You can't just be like, Oscar, I'm putting my foot down. No more fun. Are you kidding me right now? Is this the co-parenting advice?
You know, and I think that some...
Like, what do you mean? Like, you want him to what? Be more angry? I don't, like, what's the alternative? To not do anything? Like, when they come to your house, ignore them. What? What are you saying right now?
Times just in a relationship, like, just in general, not just co-parenting, like, it's hard to put your foot down and set boundaries, you know? And you have to set those boundaries, not just for you and not just for your
Kyra, you do not get to talk about boundaries, okay? You cheated on Oscar with your nanny's husband, okay? Don't talk about boundaries. Again, do you not know what you did? Are you crazy?
Parenting relationship, but also for your children.
Your logic is so bad.
And the fun stuff that they're doing in 40 years is not fun stuff. And in 40 years, the fun stuff will be what you remember doing with your kids. It was hard.
What is she saying right now? In 40 years?
In the moment, and it was shitty.
In 40 years, your kids are going to know everything that you did, and they're going to hate you.
Moment. It was expensive in the moment, like all those things. But later in life, that's going to be what you look back on as fun. So also don't forget that. And that's what they're going to look back on as, I wish I was doing that instead.
What you just said made no sense, and we are all now dumber for it. I have no idea what you just said there. Like, in 40 years, you look back and they're going to be like, that was fun, but I wanted other things. What?
You know? Unless they're a total piece of shit, which in that case, we didn't want them around anyways, you know?
What the heck is she saying?
The kids will always remember who was there. They will.
Yeah, they will. They will remember what you did. Your kids will always remember what you did to their dad. Always. They will always remember that the person and likely person won't be around by then, but if he is, let's say he is, by some miracle, they will always know that was the nanny's husband. You can never erase the stink and stigma of what you've done, Kyra. It is going to resonate throughout your family for a generation. Your kids will always know what type of trash person you are, and likely they're going to be like, I am not going to be like my trash mom. That's exactly what it's going to be like. And good.
I tell myself daily when I'm the mean school parent. Yeah. And not the once a weekend, a month parent. Absolutely. I think that's like a very important thing that I've heard a lot of.
Most of these people that get these types of custody arrangements fought for those custody arrangements, by the way. And so I don't want to hear complaints from anybody, no matter what side of the custody situation you're on, when you fought to get more custody of your children and then complain when they go see the dad and he has all the fun. Don't complain. You wanted it.
Moms talk about is like,
is there, unless I'm mistaken, because I've never had to go through this, but like, do you go to courts and the courts are like, no, mom gets more custody even though she doesn't want it? Is that a thing? Like the courts will say, no, mom has to? I don't know.
You know, your kids know. You know, they see it.
Oh, yeah.
How many people have you heard grow up and like their parents were like, you know, my mom or dad, I don't want to be like sexist in this because there is single dads too. Like,
You're not single, Kyra. And you haven't been. Not even from the point where you left Oscar. You weren't single then either. You were still with Preston then. So there's not actually been a space of singleness for you.
Mom was a single mom, or my dad was a single dad, and they worked really hard and they did all these things. Like, kids notice. Maybe not in the moment, but they will notice. That's why it's also important, though, that you don't ever bash the other parent. That's why you don't want to bring that negativity or that frustration that you feel in the co-parenting relationship into the relationship with you and your children, because that's two different relationships, and it's definitely not your child's fault.
You are bad at this.
I mean, you already know this. Like, any half-decent parent would know it's not their kid's fault, and the frustration is because they care and love about their kids. But sometimes it's also hard to not show that, and kids are so smart, like they can read through that, and so you have to make sure that, like, cry on the inside. Loves that she has 2 different houses. She is raised very differently in both houses. Her mom knows I treat her like my own, but we are a little more strict than her mom. Absolutely, that is one thing that I do feel like that mindset has helped me a lot. Like, it can be hard sometimes, and in the beginning it was almost impossible, but now I just understand I'm this more...
You're the mean one.
Structured household, and that's okay.
No, you didn't say. You just said not even 3 minutes ago that it's not okay. Sometimes you can put your foot down and say, no, you don't get to be the good one. That's what you just said. And now you're like, well, that's okay that I'm the mean one. Okay, what is it?
You know?
You don't even remember what you said 2 minutes ago. That's why you can't listen to anything Kyra says.
Like, I don't know what they need. And at some point you have to realize, no matter what kind of parent you are, strict, not strict, anything.
Oh, I need red here.
You don't
wearing
know
a red
what
shirt.
We're doing. None of us do, right? We're just doing the best that we can. And so I do trust that he's doing what he believes is best, and I'm doing what I believe is best. And just because those aren't the same things, the kids are getting 2 experiences where the parents are trying their best, hopefully. So I try to, that's like... And the 2 different houses is so, my kids do like that. Like, even today, actually, they were talking about Alea being Alea. Like, she's just, I think she does struggle a little bit with the change. She does kind of struggle with the switch. And so I was kind of telling them, like, hey, tomorrow you guys are going to go to your dad's. And they were like,
yay!
Well, the only one who said anything. And she just said, like, oh. And they said, girl, it's okay, like, your dad...
No, she didn't. She's like, oh, get me out of here.
Dad's so excited to see you, he can't wait, which I know she knows that, but she just is kind of like that. Like, she probably...
She's literally sitting here, my kids don't want to go see their dad. That's what she just said here, guys, everybody. Like, she's putting this on the internet. Oh my, if I was Oscar, I would be so pissed right now. Like, the Oscar parents and his siblings and his cousins, they not chime in and be like, dude, don't let her say these things. Get a lawyer. Like, come on.
It's the same when she comes to my house. But anyways, and then Levi was like, there's good things because she mentioned a few things that she doesn't like about his house.
Is she really doing this right now?
And then Levi was like, which was really cute, there's things you like about both houses, and there's
both houses.
Things you don't like about both houses.
Both.
So you just have to...
Why do you put an L in there? Please stop putting an L in there. There's no L in both. Okay? There's no L. Both. It's not even like an accent thing. Both?
Enjoy things about both houses. And I was like, oh my God, I love you, son. And then we went around the table and talked about what they do like and what they don't like over there.
Here's what I know. It always smells like farts when we get home from the weekend. Mom, it's fine. Woo! You walk into your parents' room. Holy crap! What did you guys eat?
They do like and don't like about over here. And I think that's another thing in the co-parenting world that's really helped me, is just even keeping the communication open with the kids, because if the kids see that you can talk about it in a positive way. And
here's a good question. Does it disappoint you that their dad has switched from 50-50 to only once a week, even if you prefer it that way? Now, I honestly believe that she wants the once a week thing, probably because of school. Oscar probably doesn't live close enough to do the 50-50 thing. So Kyra's like, I'm moving here, we're doing it this way. And she kind of forced his hand. Unless he moved close enough to be 50-50, he couldn't do that. And so she's like, well, too bad for you. That's why Oscar needed a lawyer from the get-go, man. This is nuts.
You're also encouraging all of that. That makes them feel more comfortable with it, because it's also okay for them to have questions and emotions about it. Imagine being...
So that's why Oscar needed a lawyer, right? So he could take his kids full-time and she can get the weekend visits. And he should have done it. He really should have. And he could do it in California. Because I'm moving to California. You can see the kids in the weekend. You know, we'll meet halfway, make a plan. He needed to do that. It's really, really scaring me that Oscar isn't fighting more for his children. It's actually quite, damn, it's ridiculous, because I don't think he knows what's coming.
In this situation and not being able to ask questions, has the way you discipline the kids changed since you guys co-parent now, or is it the same? I would say I parent very, I guess I've always had the same, like, morals and stuff, but I parent...
Morals. Did you just say the word morals? Did the word morals just come out of your donut hole? Please, spare me. You gotta be kidding me.
Right. Probably a lot differently.
Morals.
like I always say, I have
The same woman who has a vibrator ad next to a picture of her children on Instagram.
a million things to do work related, and then I have a million things to do because I have 4 kids. So as
Stop
a mom,
saying a million things to do work related. You don't do anything.
and then, you know, just like household shit that we all have to do, laundry, meals, cleaning, grocery shopping, all of that. So there
Gets delivered to your house.
so much going on all the time that there needs to be structure, and that's not something that I really ever found important. And
Important?
I don't even know that we needed at that time of our lives, you know, our kids were like so little, but now that is such a crucial part of this household. Like we run on structure and schedule, granted with kids in this situation, so automatically that comes with flexibility and ability.
So you don't run on structure. She says, okay, we stuck structure, we're on time, but with kids, you know, you can't get any of that, so we don't do that. Like the same one sentence she just said, she completely contradicted herself in one sentence. It's amazing that she doesn't see that. That's why I think she's a pathological liar.
Need to change because sometimes kids get sick, or sometimes kids are having a bad day. All these
Or
things.
sometimes, you know, my nose hairpiece flares up.
So keep in mind, I'm keeping that in mind. But we do have structure. Also, as far as like discipline goes, yes, I don't have that strict, you know, I used to be just the mom. And now
You're still just the mom, but now mom that likes farts.
I'm having to be mom and dad.
No, you're not. They have a dad. Stop saying this. You don't have to be mom and dad. They have a dad. Yeah? Can we all agree on that? Okay, cool. Yeah. You good? I'm good. You good? Okay, cool.
When I
What?
have them.
No, stop saying that. Stop saying I have to be mom and a dad. No, you're not. You don't have to be a dad at all. You are their mother and they have a father.
Just like he has to be dad and mom. And
No!
so
Stop
I
saying
can't
dumb
be-
stuff that doesn't make any sense.
Also have to be the rule enforcer, and that I do struggle with. I'm always trying to find new ways, but I definitely am. There's a lot more discipline. I guess that's such a strong word, but
You're so stupid, Kyra. It's so funny. These are amazing. We're not even halfway through this video right now.
that is so hard. Okay, I'm a stepmom and wanting to help my stepson with his ADHD.
I don't care. We're gonna split this in two because I don't want. Last time people were like, "Oh, you missed so much." There's so much to snark on in this thing, and I want to know more about her co-parenting skills with a Z. I'm sure they're really good. They're not really good. So, on a rare occasion, we're gonna pull a Saturday video, and I'm gonna do part 2 of this tomorrow night, or tomorrow day, or whenever I can get her done. Because I really want to continue on this, because this is really interesting, actually. She's so bad at this, and I love snarking on her. And maybe we'll do a fireside. We'll see how the weather is, but I think we should. So stay tuned for part 2. I don't want this to get too long. They're getting too long, and I don't want to do that. Like, people aren't watching the long ones. So let's keep it short and do 2 parts, because people tell me in the comments below what I'm going to hear tomorrow, okay? You're going to be like, okay, I can't wait for you to hear this part. So let me know, okay? Sweet. Everybody take a deep, deep breath. If you wear a onesie, how do you poop? I should write a song about that. But, yeah, don't dress like that. Or do. Whatever makes you happy. You guys are amazing, incredible, and valuable. Don't you forget it, okay? Be here tomorrow for part 2 of the Kyra Star. Okay, it's going to be great. I will see you.